Hello, how's everybody doing today? One day I'm going to figure out how to know when I'm going to go live so I can let you know that I'm going to go live instead of just jumping on. But today is not that day. Today is the day that I just jump on. I wanted to say hello. I am thinking about something some of my clients have been talking about lately. It keeps coming up, so I thought it might be time to share about it. I have a couple of different clients that have been asking about, like one particular client asked about, how can I remember to take my supplements that I know are good for me? And another client was talking about, how can I do this? You know, I know there are these things that I want to do for myself that support me, and yet I don't do them. I don't go work out like I want to, even though I know that it is good for me. And there's a part of me that really wants to. I'm not doing it. So I'd like to talk a little bit about something that I call compassionate scheduling. So do you schedule in your own self-care? Do you make time for that? And how do you do that? This is something that I have found to be extremely important for me. It is kind of the backbone of what I do for myself, and what part of what I do with my clients is when we are dealing with changing lifestyle. Sometimes it requires that our spiritual work, our self-care work, that we actually put it into a stinking schedule. I mean, literally, not just like I'm going to do it in the morning, but I mean going into your Google Gmail calendar and typing in make lunch for myself, or food prep the night before, or meditation, and put it on your calendar so that you get, for me, I use Google calendars, and then I get an alarm when something's due and something's about to happen 10 minutes before. So this is my challenge to you, is for you to schedule in your self-care. This might first look like figuring out when or what kind of self-care you need. So maybe that's the first question, is do you know what self-care you need? Do you know what would be helpful for you? Maybe it's food prep. Maybe it's exercise. Maybe it's meditation. You know, what is it that's going to be supportive? And I see that, like, now I'm like at that time of the year when the trees, I don't know if that's helpful or not. The trees are losing their leaves and the sun is setting earlier. So it's shining on my face. So for me, I schedule in, I have a certain time that I do meditation every day. I know when it's going to happen. I set it up so that it is a non-negotiable, in the sense that not about forcing, but about when I am calmly connected with self and center, I know that I want to meditate. Meditation is, it's like water for me. I need to meditate pretty much every day. If I miss a day, it's okay. But if I meditate every day, I feel better. I'm more emotionally balanced. I'm happier. My blood sugar is better. I'm not angry or irritable. Meditation. I also have, and so I know I do that every morning. I used to be at night. I changed it. Now it's in the morning. But I do that. If I miss it for some reason, if I wake up late, then I make sure I get it in another time. But I put it on the calendar. I know that at night I do my food prep for the next day, so I don't have to do it during the work day. So I fill up my tea kettle for the morning so I can make my big pot of ginger tea. I'm going to prep my veggies for my celery juice in the morning. I prep my celery. I get some of my smoothie items ready that I need to get prepped. I make sure that's ready. I get lunch ready. I have it all ready so that I don't have to take time during the day. When I'm tired or I'm rushing, I can just have it and ready to go. I know what kind of a day I'm going to have. Maybe it needs to be something that doesn't need to be cooked or heated up. I have a toaster oven at my office. If I need to heat something up, stick it in my toaster oven while I'm working on other things. So I have a system I have a schedule for self-care. I know I schedule in on my calendar when I'm going to exercise. I schedule it all in. Now, for some people, that would make them crazy. But for me, it's like, oh, it's on my schedule, I have to do it. So I would encourage you to look for ways that you can schedule in your own self-care. If that is a spiritual practice, how can you schedule that in? If it's journaling, if it's time to listen to audios that are inspirational, maybe it's a podcast that you listen to, or maybe it's doing your homework for a course that you're in, I would encourage you to schedule that in the best way that you can, from that calm, centered place, not from the pushing and forcing place. So to do that, you find your breath, right? Just tap into where you are and who you are. Take a deep breath in. Get to that centered place. And as you get to that centered place, you can just ask yourself, what is it that I want to have in my life? What is that self-care practice? You know, I think of self-care as being in nature, meditation, yoga, good food. Those are my self-care. Sleep. I know I need to go to sleep. I set an alarm to go to sleep at night. It's the way around that mind that wants to tell me, you're okay, you can stay up late. Right? But it's not okay. I need sleep. So I'm curious, I would love to hear below, what is your self-care and how do you make time to do that? How do you find time? Do you schedule it in? How do you schedule it in? What works for you? If you don't know, comment below if you need help with that. Let me know and I'll be glad to help you. Okay, I hope you have a most wonderful Halloween. Happy Halloween to those of you who celebrate it. We're going to get dressed up tonight and go out with friends, walking around in the neighborhood, and it's a whole affair here in our house, so it's very exciting. I think I'm going to dress up as Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Did I get that name right? That's what I'm going to do tonight, so it's going to be fun. I'll see you all later. Bye.